Hello everybody and welcome to Dungeons and Drams. It's been a couple of weeks, but we are all here ready to go. And I'm joined here with everybody actually. So, why don't we go around the table? Talin, Adriana, why don't we start with you? What are you drinking tonight?
Oh, well, right now I'm drinking coquito because I just made it. And then I've got
Cookie
some
dough?
Lucky 7 holiday
Did you
toast.
say cookie dough?
So
Yeah.
jealous.
Coquito. It's like eggnog if eggnog was actually really good. Puerto
Okay,
Rican eggnog.
interesting.
Eggnog, it's the eggnog you want eggnog to taste like.
Yeah, it's really good. It's
like
coconutty
that.
and rum.
Coconutty, cinnamon
It's a-
goodness.
Coconut and rum.
Oh.
That sounds
I'm
good
a
to me.
supporter of both. I'm a big supporter
good.
of both. I'm in both camps on this one.
Eggnog can be all right, but coquito's just like,
I
Once
can't
you
say I'm
go
a
to
big
it,
fan
you
of
can't go
eggnog.
back.
I've tried. I just, it doesn't do it for me.
Eggnog's much better when you put whiskey in it.
Oh yeah.
You need to try
I was just gonna say you should try it the way my boyfriend does it, which is half eggnog, half whiskey, happy man.
Half
Oh, yeah.
anything, half whiskey is good.
It wasn't until like a few years ago that I found out people drink eggnog like without alcohol. Like I always thought of it as like a mixer. You
I
know,
was
like
the opposite. I
know-
didn't know people put alcohol in it. I don't know
And
why.
You
No
put
one ever did in my
rum.
family.
Well, there's people in this
Oh,
world that are
Randy,
vegetarians, so I
Randy,
mean, some people are weird.
oh, sure, yeah.
So, Jason, what are you drinking?
I'm just cracking open the new. I just got this yesterday. It's one of the new Max and Journey picks that's going to come out, and at some point, we were one of the first groups to get the new Found North.
Nice.
Oh,
one of-
sweet.
One of the Found North picks. So
Very
this
cool.
is our. This is an 80. The hell is this? 66 rye, 66% rye, 30% corn, 4% barley. It's a toasted rye whiskey.
Nice.
And right now, I just took a sip for the first time, and it literally tastes like maple syrup.
Yeah. Everything I've had from them is amazing. Nick
Yeah.
does an awesome job.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. So usually these toasted products get better as they open up. So I'm gonna kind of sip on this all night and see how it goes.
Sounds good. Clifton, what are you drinking?
Well, I am over here freezing my butt off because it's 46 degrees in California and I can't even
Wah.
handle it.
Oh,
But
poor baby.
That's actually very cold for
46
California.
Degrees.
46 degrees.
That's
it's
only
really warm,
that's only
It's-
20
it's
degrees
not-
more than here.
Yeah, it's freezing for me. So I made some hot apple cider with some virgin bourbon in it for now. Then I'll move on to some whiskey later. But this is hitting the spot right now.
Nice.
Wait, what is virgin bourbon?
It's a brand from Heaven Hill. Actually, it's only available like in North Carolina. Well, there's a few other states, but I can only get it in North Carolina. It's 101 proof. It used to be 7 year
okay.
rated, but it's not.
I was
anymore.
like, is this like non-alcoholic bourbon?
Yeah,
Like,
I thought that
what
too.
is this? That's-
Why bother?
Yeah, it's not virgin bourbon. Gosh, who do you guys think I am?
Like, what?
I was very
happened?
confused. I mean, you drink that Arby's stuff, so I mean, I wouldn't put it past you.
I do drink some weird stuff. Not gonna lie.
Ed, what are you up to other than wearing a beard net?
Oh yeah, no. That is gonna make no sense to anybody who
That's
hasn't
okay.
watched my Patreon lenses. Yeah, no, I am drinking Maker's 46 cast strength.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Me and Eric have been playing with some cocktail stuff recently. We were using this the other night, but I was running home from the distillery. I had a big batch of bourbon to bottle today, and I just got here, so I poured myself some because it was out on the counter, and now I'm here.
it's like a
Fantastic.
Christmassy bourbon. I feel like I've
Oh,
got the
definitely.
Maker's Mark,
Yeah.
the latest Utah pick, as like
Oh,
another
very nice.
option to drink tonight because it's like those are Christmassy. I dig it.
I agree. Yeah, especially some of the weird stavey ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they get very spicy. I like it.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. And then Molly, are you water? Iced
Enjoy
tea?
life.
Pepsi?
Am I water?
Are you
Yes,
water?
I am
Mostly
H2O.
water, yes.
Yes, drinking water tonight. Definitely saving all of my drinking for the weekends, especially around the holidays, because my mother is known to make amazing homemade eggnog, and she does spike it as well. So
course.
I'm waiting for the weekend.
Well, that's good. I'm
Nice.
glad she's not one of those weirdos that doesn't put alcohol in it.
I never
like
got why people
drinking, like-
drink it. I'm like, this is gross by itself. And then I added alcohol. I'm like, oh, okay. I
It's
kinda
like
get it. I
drinking
still
like
love it.
whiskey sour mix without the whiskey.
Oh,
I don't.
God.
I don't understand.
Oh,
I'll drink it. I'll drink
That's
it
awful.
virgin. I just like eggnog, man. I guess I'm weird. I don't know. I'll drink pretty much any kind of dairy beverage. Is what I'm realizing.
excellent.
Fair.
And I'm just drinking a Harpoon IPA because I'm trying to clear out the fridge, and this was left here. It's fine, but like we've all had Harpoon. But later, after I'm done with the beer, I've got a Pikesville that I'm gonna hopefully polish off. Maybe tonight, although that's quite a bit to polish off tonight. We might be getting.
Ah, you can do it.
I'm sure
Oh,
I
man.
can. Actually,
This
that's probably
episode
about,
might get nuts.
yeah, that's probably about 2 pours. So, speaking of this episode, so I'm curious, what do you guys remember from 3 weeks ago when we were playing?
Well, there was a pit fight.
Mm-hmm.
There was a pit fight, and we all tried to distract the referee and cheat.
Yes,
was a good
we
time.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else want to chime in? I mean, I can keep going.
Well, I mean, Mr. The Ripper showed up,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, right at
Oh,
the
he
end.
did
That
show
was-
up
that
again,
was-
That's right.
That was the cliffhanger. So Ripper is here, and now we have to figure out if we're gonna fight for these crazy lizards, or we're gonna sneak off in the woods and be like, "What happened? I didn't see anyone."
Awesome. Anybody else? Otherwise, I'll give a quick little recap of what all the fun stuff you guys missed.
I
We
think we need
managed
your
that one
recap.
guy from the he was the leader, and then
Ah,
I forget
very good.
name. But
Nask. Yep.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. Nice. Well, you guys got most of the main points. So I won't do my normal thing, but basically, you watched the pit fight. You tried to distract, as you mentioned. Nask was dethroned, and Kuto took over. And pretty much as he was being inducted, they brought out a human from the cave. Everybody ate him. And then as this whole thing was going on, and they were just making Kuto the chief, Ripper showed up as what is his name? Her name. Mixweta announced pew pew quite loudly as arrows started raining down upon your party. So that's where we're going to pick up tonight. Let's go ahead and get this thing started.
I
All
feel
right.
the tension already.
There's a lot going on in this scene. So things are gonna be a little different than normal tonight, but I'll explain things as we go. So let's do this. All right. So you hear the sound of drums off in the distance, and a war horn blares out. You look to the top of the waterfall, and you see a crazed-looking gnoll holding a javelin above his head. Giant pauldrons with bloody spikes protruding from them. The skulls of lizard and humanoid alike adorn the spikes, and you see a frayed rope draped over him. His eyes are glowing red, and a group of gnolls are standing at his back. The gnolls to the sides of him pull their bows back and let the arrows go. And I'd like all of you to make a 1d6 roll, please, including one for Booker.
1d6.
Oh, okay. Is this a D6? Nope, that's a D8. Is this a D6? Yes.
All right, and announce what you've got, please.
I got a 3.
I got a 6.
I also got a 3.
Sorry, apparently I didn't realize it would add them up together. I thought it would.
Oh,
put
okay,
both
that makes sense.
separately. So,
So
I
you
got
rolled-
a 2
Oh, go ahead.
and a 5.
Excellent. All right, so as the arrows rain down, you see several of them hit the ground near your feet, but Kuto ends up getting hit by one of them and taking 5 points of damage. Aside from that, actually, you seem to have survived with very little injury the initial fray. So I'd like you all to roll initiative.
Working
So-
on getting in. I'm still at 97%.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's at
that's fine.
92%.
For anybody
Oh,
hearing some
100.
background noise coming from Adriana, it's like a storm outside her house, so I'm going to try to keep her audio controlled, but sorry for any background.
Some nice ambient noise. I don't mind it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, right.
Snowstorm just for y'all. I brought that to y'all.
What kind of snowstorm comes with sound other than just a
The
gentle...
kind when you have an extremely drafty window.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So...
There's also thunder snow. That one's always fun.
Yes,
that's a good one.
thunder snow is
Oh,
super
yeah.
cool.
Have you ever seen like the thunder and lightning in the winter? I remember watching some viral video of a newscaster a few years ago that saw lightning in the winter time, like during a blizzard. It's like blizzard lightning or something, and he went crazy. He's like, "Did you see it? Did you see it?"
Awesome.
That poor guy.
So are all of you guys waiting on the screen?
I got an error message. It said canvas draw error.
You guys are killing. You guys aren't killing me. This thing's.
So,
All right, hit
Are we-
F5 if you guys are having trouble, because I see Daffy, you were able to roll for initiative.
I rolled for initiative because I could see the combat tracker pop up on the side, but I also got that same like the imaging won't load. So
Sure.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I have the combat tracker, but I can't see the map.
That's so
The curse
bizarre.
of Foundry strikes, I guess.
Seriously, like,
I've refreshed. It's lit. Oh, I mean, you know what?
Oh.
You guys refresh. It works.
That's what I'm doing now, yeah. Ooh, looks much better. Looks promising.
I gotta do something about your audio. It's brutal.
I'm sorry. I'm going to try turning off my noise canceling and see if that helps.
If you have noise canceling, that would be wonderful on your mic.
Well, it's just all on my headphones, which
Oh,
is what
okay.
I've used every other time, though. Just about.
So I'm gonna see if I can do something about it. Noise suppression. There we go. Come on, catch up.
Does that help at all? I turned off the noise canceling on my headphones.
Yeah. Whatever you did not help, but whatever I
Okay.
did, it did not. Actually, sorry. Let's go true.
So it's
And then
picking up
crack.
my computer. My computer gets very angry about OBS and Foundry.
But Bill, I'm in, but
Yeah.
like I can't do anything. Like I can't roll initiative. I can't like.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Oh, I fixed your audio with the noise suppression. Finally, it kicked in.
Nice.
Can you talk, Adriana?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
talking now.
cool.
Does
That
it
works
sound
much better.
Yay! I
Okay.
fixed
Way
it.
better.
Sweet.
Yay! All
There
right,
you go.
one problem down. Let's fix the other one. Sorry, everybody watching at home. This is just par for the course, because why would we possibly have a dramatic moment? All right, I'm gonna kill
What's everyone
Foundry.
drinking?
I'm gonna kill Foundry, and then everybody just rejoin. Give me just a moment, but totally close out your browser window, all that stuff.
Everyone in
Yeah.
the chat, let us know what y'all are drinking.
Yeah, somebody said that they had made a homemade eggnog.
Oh,
2.5
yeah, I saw that,
gallons
David.
spiked. Only a half gallon left.
I would imagine you ferment it without the alcohol in it, right? I don't know. I know people who make eggnog. Like, I don't know the process, but I know that people do that.
I think you don't add alcohol at the beginning. Like you just kind of make it, and you can use almond milk if you so choose. That's how my mom made it.
Interesting.
Ah,
Almond milk is a crime against God and man. I'm just saying it now.
Well,
Dairy or
well,
nothing.
you have to watch your carb intake, and you have 2 people with diabetes in your family. I'm
Yeah.
about to make you sound like a real jerk for saying that, Ed.
Okay, sorry.
Almond milk has lower carbs.
You can have. Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. In your case, it's fine.
You know what
But in
I?
every other case, dairy is king.
You know what I like? I actually like oat milk in my coffee. I don't do it a lot, but when I get it, I'm always like, this is a nice change. But
Have you guys tried the new Crazy Yet butter coffee?
no, but I know that people
did
do
you invent
that.
it?
I didn't know it was a new craze.
I did not invent it. I went to a coffee shop in Kentucky, and on the menu it said butter coffee, and it's like this keto coffee option where they literally dump a fucking block of butter in your coffee, and that acts as like the creamer and the fat and everything to mix it all up. Plus, it makes you more full or something like that. But I'm like, God, it's like pure cholesterol. Like,
Yeah, right.
That was a trend, like when I was in college. So it must be making a comeback because I remember that was like a thing, like
Yeah, I knew that was
Yeah.
a thing.
6,
but-
7 years ago.
Yeah. Does not sound good, but maybe it's all right. Oh.
it's like stop trying to ruin coffee. Like, just leave it. Milk,
Right?
sugar,
Coffee is
that's
perfect
it.
as it is.
Yeah, milk, sugar, or neat. That's it. You don't need to add all the shit to it.
Is oat milk, as like somebody who doesn't use, well, any of them,
Yeah, it's like sweeter.
like is that a low carb?
I don't know.
option Also,
I have no
like
idea.
is
I would
that an
imagine.
option?
Yeah, I
don't
think so.
Oats are low carb, are they? Or I don't think oats are low carb though, are they?
There's no actual
idea.
almonds in almond milk.
No,
Alessio, are you having trouble
it's
getting
not
in?
one of the lower carb options,
Oh, it's not. Okay,
Jason, are
I'm
you
loading
loading?
up right now. Hold on.
unfortunately.
that's the only one I've tried that I was like,
So let's see.
this doesn't taste
Ollie.
too weird.
Erica's constantly trying to get me to switch over to soy or almond.
Oh,
She's-
that's why you're so aggressive
Yes.
about it.
Well, you gotta remember, I grew up drinking nothing but whole milk.
Yeah,
Nothing but
same.
whole milk all the time.
Yep.
And now she's at least gotten me down to 2%. So
Mm-hmm.
that is my compromise.
My wife switched to skim milk, and I'm just like, why? Why would we even bother with it? Like, ugh.
That is
Yeah,
that is
heinous.
milk.
I
What
have
is
to
that,
buy real
Ron
milk
Swan?
whenever I want to cook something because I'm just like, I'm not gonna like this doesn't achieve. If it wants milk, it wants fat. It doesn't want white water. All right.
What is that? What does Ron Swanson say? I hate liars and milk, and I hate milk most of all. I hate liars and skim milk because skim milk is lying about actually being milk, or it's skim milk. Skim milk is actually water lying becoming milk.
That makes more. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All right, so Jason, can you move your character at all? Can you guys all just move like a space and make sure you can move your characters?
Yeah, I can move.
All right, cool.
I
All
can
right,
move.
so we're back in this. Thank you guys for being patient as always. Such
Still can't roll initiative though. I can do everything else unless there's another way to do it because my normal way doesn't work.
I'm like, can you remind me how to roll?
So double click on your guy,
Yeah.
click on I.
That doesn't work.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Okay.
Why does?
Okay.
Oh my gosh! All right,
I'm so
Ain't
sorry.
working.
let's do this.
Just roll a d20.
I can do everything else. Like,
We'll
that's
do
the
that
only
in a
thing
sec.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, I'm about to give up on that part in just a sec, but let's see if I re-import your character, Clifton. If
Like the essential part of this shit where you have to roll
Right.
dice doesn't
Right.
work. It's fucking annoying.
I can
yeah, and
Eldritch Blast
you were
all
able
day.
to Eldritch Blast. Yeah, I'll just roll initiative. I'll click on the thing to roll initiative for you guys that can't. There, and we'll just get this thing
Oh,
going.
I hear dice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Bulletproof coffee bourbon. Yeah, that's what it was called
Mhm.
when it was like initially a fad here.
All right, so let's get back into this thing. So I'm going to start up some music, and then when I edit this later, all of that will be gone. All right, here we go.
Magically.
Cool.
Do you roll a 20?
So you guys are all in the initiative order, and Talin, you are up first. So just to kind of set the scene again, so Ripper is up on top of the waterfall. He's just out of your view. He is surrounded by a whole bunch of gnolls holding bows, and you are surrounded currently by a number of lizard folk who are reacting to this initial volley of arrows. Kuto took a little bit of damage, and it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, so we're in the fight regardless.
You're in the fight.
Got it. Okay. As far as I could tell, I hadn't even rolled anything, so I did not know I was about to go. So we're just getting hit by arrows, but we can't see any of our enemy yet, correct?
Correct. You are able to see some people up on top of the waterfall over there, but that's about it.
Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is, because I'm pretty much a short range person, is run up to like the side of a rock so that I'm right next to it,
Okay.
so that I have some kind of cover-ish.
Sure. All right. So you're gonna go over to this rock, kind of crouch behind it, and try to take some cover.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. Anything else?
I'm gonna call Booker over with me.
Okay. All right. So you can go ahead and move Booker wherever you'd like him, and then we'll move on to the next. Okay, so up next is Shaskis, who is some of you guys hadn't met yet, but she is in charge of watching the eggs. So she is yelling out for people to grab the eggs and take them into the cave. And then she is going to proceed to do that along with the two lizard folk that are next to her, which these people are up to your northwest. You can't actually see them at the moment. All right, moving along to... the lizard folk scale shield, who is next to you. So he is actually going to... Oh, okay, so you charged over to that rock over there. I'm sorry, I thought you were staying in the circle here. That's fine. All right, so one of the lizard folk, he hearing Shaskis, he's actually going to be making his way further up to the north. Okay, up first is Ripper. So Ripper is going to command his gnolls to fire again. So I'd like you all to make a 1d6 roll once more for me. All right.
Oh,
Hey, nice rolling. Most
Oh,
sorry,
man.
Daffy.
All right, so Daffy, and I'm assuming the second roll was for Booker.
Yeah, although he's not here.
He's up on the mountain. I see him over there.
Yeah, he's in the water.
Oh,
He's right there.
I can't see that far.
On the list for me.
Oh, okay, maybe you guys can see. Either way, so Daffy and Booker both take 5 points of damage. I'll take care of Booker for you. So as as the arrows rain down upon you. All right, up next is a lizard folk scale shield who's down to the bottom left, and you hear him yell, "There's more coming this way!" as 3 more gnolls make themselves visible at the southwest of this camp, just outside of the gates, and begin attacking him. So the way that combat's going to work with this, because there's several groups, is I'm going to just roll some stuff behind the scenes, pretty much a single dice for both groups, and whoever loses that ends up losing a member of their group. There's a couple of named lizard folk here who have special actions, and we'll get to those when the time comes. But, Alessio, you are up next. I know, there's a lot going on since we haven't played in a couple of weeks.
So we're surrounded.
Yeah, I don't even know where to go at this point. Like, I just I guess I talk to the group and just kind of yell out, "What should we do?"
You guys can talk to each other if you want. You got, like,
Yeah.
every round takes about 6 seconds, so if you guys want to have, like, a quick little conversation, what do we do, you know?
Yeah, what do we do? What do we do? Are we
Leave
getting
him
in
for
this fight?
dead.
Guys, let's run.
Let's
I say we
what?
run and get the hell out and go to the place we're trying to get to begin with.
Where do we run though? Like, how do we get out of here?
Which friggin' direction do we
Yeah,
go?
like we're trapped.
I have a way to find the route.
We
Oh,
could also just go into the caverns. Just a thought.
Yeah.
You want to go in the
No.
In the
caverns? to
meantime,
help?
we could get into the cave and then.
well, but then we're trapped though. They're all like, what if there's no way out? Do we know there's a way out of the cave? I know I was in there earlier, but like, I didn't go all the way in.
Hey,
we
it's like
know-
the 300. We funnel them in.
Or we just make a dash for the northeast because that's where the ziggurat is, right?
So the ziggurat is still a bit of a ways away. From where you are right now, you're correct. It is to the northeast. Appears to be kind of like in the direction of Ripper, like past where he is and up. So,
Well, maybe not that way then.
So in the meantime, maybe get into the cave.
Into the
Yeah, you're saying-
mine.
And go in the cave and help protect the eggs. That
Yeah,
cave,
we'll
or the
protect-
cave that Knobolas did naughty things in there.
That way.
I know there are 2 caves.
Is there another cave?
no, there's only the one cave. It's the one
Okay,
that
yeah.
Knobolas
Same
went into.
Okay.
I mean, I'm down to get in it.
Knobolas has been there before.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess what I'm going to do here is I'm going to. I guess we'll have to see what kind of transpires here before we all decide to go in the cave. So I'm just going to move my way down to this left side on the bottom here where the gnolls are to maybe help the guys from getting killed down there.
Okay. So one of
I
the
don't know.
lizard folk ended up dying in the initial combat down there.
Oh, so these gnolls are no joke. Great.
Mhm.
All right, I'm going to actually go behind this rock right here and keep my distance until I see what happens with the lizard folk. If
Okay.
they come closer, I can maybe just pick them off.
Picking off the gnolls or the lizard folk?
The gnolls.
Okay, so you'd like to ready in action until, like, that's something that you could do if you want to say, like, I'd like to ready my crossbow.
Yeah,
or
I'd like
something.
to ready. Since there's 3 of them there, I would like to ready my javelin of lightning.
Okay, cool. And you're gonna throw it at a gnoll that gets kind of
Yeah,
open
because
to
if
you.
there's
Yeah,
obviously, these 3 are going to come in lined up, and I want to hit them all 3 at once if I can.
got it. Cool. Awesome. All right, that sounds good. So we'll keep that in mind. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Up next is a Knoll Hunter. So this is... Sorry. This is... Which guy is this?
Oh, which is a knoll, correct? Not like somebody who hunts gnolls.
Correct. Yes. Sorry. He is actually not even visible yet. That's why. So on the bottom right, on the south... I always get this. On the southeast, 4 more creatures emerge. 2 hyena and 2 more gnoll. And they are blocking at this point, or charging in to the nest from the southeast. Okay, Daphne, you are up.
And those folks are not yet visible, right?
Correct. They're over here. Part of the problem is that it's nighttime, so you're being swarmed in the dark from a bunch of dark and creatures who are used to being stealthy.
So fun. So I think I would like to just use this action. I'll dash over to where Alessio is, because I can't quite make it there with my normal amount of range.
Sure.
And like he did, I would like to just ready, my swords and be prepared to fight. How come this isn't letting me move?
All right, I'll push you over there and then
There we go.
Oh, figures. Okay, cool. So you're ready in action as well.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, so up next is Vogor, who is one of the, he is actually the lizard folk that mans the Triceratops. So what he's going to do with his action, he's actually going to open the gates to the Triceratops pen, and he's going to stir them up and tell them to charge. So these Triceratops, over the next couple of turns, are going to come out of this thing as fast as they can, running directly at the gnolls, and anybody who happens to be in their way. So this first Triceratops, his movement speed is 50 feet, so he is going to plow through several of these gnolls, and they're going to make a quick little dexterity check to see if they get hit.
They're northwest, correct?
Oh, they are southwest. Sorry. Saving throw. It's tough because I didn't realize you guys wouldn't be able to see all of this. But it is what it is. You hear the thunderous stomps of a Triceratops, and you hear one gnoll get completely impaled by a Triceratops. As you look over, you see him actually stuck to the horn and writhing. He's still alive, but he is not in the fight anymore. 2 of the gnolls are able to dodge out of the way. All right, up next is Knobolas.
All right, so there's 2 more gnolls living or still alive down that way.
Correct.
All right, I can see them like in my dark vision, so I think I'm a good distance. I'm gonna go ahead and try to Eldritch Blast one of each of them.
Sure, go for it. All right, so a 10, so an 18 will hit. Yep, actually an 18 just barely hits the gnoll to the north, who's carrying an axe and a shield, and you do 12 damage to him. Go ahead and Eldritch Blast the other. So 17 will not hit. Okay. So you stare down this gnoll using your dark vision. You're able to see him, and a laser shoots out of your eyes and blasts him, singeing his awful, smelly hair. Excellent. All right. So you guys hear the beating of wings. Not as big as a dragon, from what you've become pretty well familiar with. But instead what you see and hear is the shrieking and flapping of large avian wings. Something called a vrock, which is a large demon. Think like a giant buzzard. Flies and is hovering currently over the giant skull in the water. And he's looking around for his next target. So, Agnomeio, you're up.
Well, I do no longer need to remind you who I am, for I am Agnomeio. All pretense is gone. I'm going to take this opportunity to get my revenge on these dastardly lizard people. I stabbed Kuto with my rapier.
Excellent.
You should
All right.
not have messed with the gnomish people, my friend.
I'm going to give you advantage on this attack, since this would definitely be a surprise.
Cool.
You said Kuto?
Kuto.
The lizard guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I've had a murder on for him for a while now.
Ooh, natural 20.
Not 20.
All right.
16.
16 damage.
Attack.
That's definitely going to hit.
And then we'll do another. Still with advantage.
Sure. All right, a 15 will hit. So
Okay.
14 damage to Kuto. Wow, he's not dead, but you definitely surprised the crap out of him, and he's got his eye on you now.
Good.
He's-
You and I shall fight to the death, my friend. You shall
Wonderful.
pay for your sins. All right.
Up next is McShweta. So McShweta, being very scared of this whole situation, wants nothing to do with it. But Knobolas, she is still glued to you, and she's actually got her hands kind of on your shoulders. She's like, what do we do? What do we do? She's looking for you for guidance. What do you want to tell her?
I'll say stay close to me.
Okay. I stay close. All right, Kuto's turn. So Kuto, he's like bleeding profusely at the moment. He's actually very hurt. He turns back to you, Agnomeio. He says, "What are you doing?" And something's up. He doesn't know what's happening. You guys are being attacked, but he is absolutely going to bring down hell upon you, and he's going to use the Jaws of Semunaya. I forget how to say it, which are these giant spectral jaws that are going to appear and take a chomp at you. So a 22 to hit, and make a dexterity saving throw.
$13.
All right. So you take, you take 13 damage. You made the save. It's exactly what you needed to roll. So these giant spectral jaws clamp down around your body, and the teeth impale you, doing 13 points of damage. All right, and then
That was nothing. I have been bitten harder by babies. You have baby teeth, little man.
So up next is one of the gnolls down at the bottom left. So he is his turn was with the rest of the group. So was his. We are back up at the top of the order. So Talin, you're up.
Okay. So I'm going to actually pull out. I have a fire path, which is a little box that I can use it like once a day, and it will guide me to any one thing that I'm trying to get to. So I can ask it where to go. It lets out basically little fireflies that will help me along the way to get to that thing for that day.
Okay.
I'm going to use that to figure out a route to get to where we're trying to get to.
Okay.
And I think that's just, I'm not sure if that's even an action or...
It would be your action, yeah.
It would be my main action. So with being able to do 2 attacks, could I still do like 1 attack with that?
Unfortunately not, but you could command Booker with your bonus action.
Okay, cool. All right. Then, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, I just had it. Where'd he go?
That's okay. You could just tell me
There
that
it
you're
is.
using
Fire
it. That's
path.
fine. All
Okay.
right. So
Don't need to roll anything.
you reach into your bag, you pull out this little mahogany box with all these little decorations on it, and as you open it, these little orbs of light spiral around each other as they come up, and they spiral larger and larger and larger and condense back and then fly into the cave.
Oh, okay. So we're going into the cave.
That's
In order to
what
get
you
there.
asked it,
What it
and
looks
that's what
like.
it's doing.
That's what it looks like. All right. So, trying to see on there since I can't see people near me. Doesn't look like there's anybody too close to the entrance to the cave that we've seen so far. Is that
So-
correct?
Keep in mind that you guys do, if you don't have dark vision, which most of you don't, you guys do have torches on you. You could certainly use, you could use your action to light a torch if that's something that you guys feel would be good. You've just used your action, which is fine, but I'm just telling you for the future. What was your question? Is there anybody between you and the cave?
And also, I do have dark vision.
You do. Okay.
So you have dark vision.
Yep, just saying.
So from what you could see, Talin, you would be able to tell there is nobody between you and the cave at the moment.
Okay. So I'm yelling back to everybody else. You know, I found the way to get to the quote-unquote masters. You know, follow me. We have to go through the cave. Get back
Yeah, but
to the cave.
isn't the cave up by the freaking Vrock?
So the Vrock is hovering over the skull at the moment. So the Vrock's a little bit to the east of the cave entrance. It would certainly see you as you're running into the cave, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to get you. I'm just It's not
Yeah,
like
okay.
right over it.
Okay.
However,
So
Ripper
until-
is pretty much right above the entrance of the cave.
Ripper is right above the entrance.
Yeah, of course he is.
Of course he is.
Of course he is, with also a giant winged demon. Okay.
Okay. Anything else, Talon?
I'm trying to think.
So you've got your
There's a
bonus
way I
action
could
still
distract.
to fiddle with Booker if
Yeah.
you wanted to.
Yeah, if there's. Well, I was just trying to think if there would be a way to like distract Ripper while we try to make it for the cave, but I can't think of anything that we could do. So yeah, I'm just gonna yell at everybody that we need to get to the cave to be able to escape.
Okay. Cool. All right. Up next is Shaskis, who again is the person keeping the eggs. So, excuse me, her and a couple of her lizard folk are emerging from the ruins to the northwest, holding eggs, and they're going to take pretty much their whole actions to. Actually, they're going to probably dash, so they're going to go a little bit further. They're going to make it about halfway to the cave, with hands full of eggs. All right. Up next is the Scale Shield, who is going to, seeing what's going on with the Triceratops, he's going to run down to try to help out his brethren to the southwest. Up next is Ripper. All right. Ripper,
shit.
again, is going to command his archers to shoot. So I'd like you all to make a d6 roll, please.
6.
Also, I'm purposely being a coward because I am so injured from the last.
Actually, so Talon, you actually would be able to dodge any of these arrows. Not only are you close, but you're also behind a rock.
Okay,
So
good.
you actually don't
So this
need
is
to
just for
necessarily
Booker?
roll. It's just
Okay.
for Booker, yep. All right,
Okay.
so
Booker
nobody
was supposed
roll.
to come over to me. I just couldn't find him, and then he got shot.
You still can't see him, huh? That's funny. I'll deal with that, but he's right here for what it's worth. All right, so none of you rolled a 1, so you are still good. So Ripper is going to jump down into the water here, and he, I hate to say it, he is actually, I think he's gonna probably make an attack against you, Talon. Unfortunately, you are right there. And Booker is in the water, so... Alright, he's going to pick up his javelin, and he is going to make an attack against you. To try to hit... Oh, sorry. Actually, he needs to hit you with it first. Oh, alright. So Ripper jumps down, he throws his javelin, it lands just to the side of you, Talon. Actually, it flies right past your head as you duck behind the rock, and he begins kind of reeling it back in. He's going to use the rest of his turn to actually get on the other side of the rock from you. All right.
Wait,
next.
his javelin has like a rope attached to it?
Oh yeah. Think
Why
think
got that
Scorpion.
Get over here.
Exactly. All right, Alessio, you're up.
Get over here. What?
You're
I'm
up. Yep. And I'm pouring
God.
Pikesville. And you guys are right. I totally can finish this.
We're in Lucky Toast.
We believe in you.
Yeehaw. Yay.
Oh yeah, that's not even too much.
It's not even that bad, no. It's like
It's
a
like a healthy pour.
yeah.
You should
don't
just
even-
go ahead and bottle check that, finish it off real quick, and then we'll see how this episode goes.
I don't even know. I'm not even sure what's happening right now. Agnomeio is
Alright.
fucking stabbing people. He's stabbing the
I
lizards.
mean,
who-
that's nothing new.
Yeah.
That's nothing new. I mean, he's killing everybody that he can get his hands on. That
Did Knobolas
wrong-
see this? And does it matter to Knobolas that Kuto...
So the only people who could see Ripper, actually, really, it's just you, Talon, and potentially Daffy. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
I
no,
meant
potentially Agnomeio.
See that Nomeo had stabbed Kuto.
Yes. Yep. Everybody in that area would have been aware of this. So let me take a second to just break down what's going on right now around you, because it's a bunch of chaos, and I think this will help. All right. So
Yeah.
you currently have gnolls attacking you from the southwest, the southeast, and a Vrock coming at you from the northwest. On the northeast, you have Ripper with a legion of archers who are just raining down arrows at his command. You now have Agnomeio attacking Kuto in the middle of all of this. You have McShweta holding on to you, Knobolas. Alessio and Daphne are hiding behind a rock, waiting to see what's going on with the gnolls in the southwest. And there are Triceratops that are progressively running out of their pen to attack anything in their way, be it friend or foe. That's about what's going on right. Oh, and one last thing is Shaskis and a few lizard folk are retrieving eggs and trying to run them into the cave that Talin's little magical box told you guys that is the most direct way, not necessarily safest way, most direct way to the ziggurat. That's what's going on.
We could sort of try and blend in with them carrying the eggs in.
I have an
Using
idea.
the shields.
All right, what are you doing?
I don't know if this is gonna work, but I want
the best
to
kind of
run
ideas.
to one of the, get to the Triceratops, try to jump on its back and mount that thing,
Okay.
and ride it right into Ripper, like passing into that cave.
I see. Okay, so the Triceratops would not be able to fit into the cave, but there is plenty of room in this area for you to ride a Triceratops like a freaking madman. So if that's what you want to do, we can make that happen.
That's what I want to do.
Okay.
Why not?
right.
Alessio's dark. Let's do some dark shit.
So let's actually this kind of works out well because so let's do this. Let's pause on that. That's going to be your next action. Daffy, what are you thinking about doing?
I wanted to get a Triceratops as well.
There's two of them
Are
left.
there two of them?
There's two of them
Saddle
left.
Okay,
up, Daffy! Saddle up!
I want to use my animal handling and be like, all right, Triceratops, let's wreak some havoc.
Okay. Cool. All right, so let's do this. So between the two of you guys, and Vogor is going next, here's what happens. You both run up. You talk to Vogar. You say, we're going to ride these things, or something to that effect. I'd like you both to make an animal handling check. It's a low DC. Or, sorry, the DC... Sorry. Both of you make an animal handling check to see whether you have any control of what is happening to this Triceratops, or if you're just going to be riding it. You guys rode it for about a full day, so I would say you can both get on it with no problem. It's just whether you have any control or not.
Ooh.
Oh, nice, Daphne.
Oh, damn,
right.
Daffy.
Hey.
I'm just
Jeff.
gonna jump on her.
All right, so actually the DC was 10, so you both are good. So Daffy got a natural 20. So using some of her, she walks over and just flowers are just emanating from her personality. The Triceratops stop and they smell her for a moment. Alessio, you use that distraction, jump on one of these Triceratops. Daffy, you gently climb aboard the one that is it's lowered its leg for you. And
So graceful.
So you both are now mounted upon some Triceratops, which we're going to say one is here. And, well, let me ask you, where are you going with these? So, Alessio, you said that you were going to ride towards Ripper, but what are you doing, Daffy?
This is kind of violent. I want to charge at the gnolls and lizard folk and Vogor in that southwest kind of corner of the map.
Okay, so you're going to indiscriminately, just gore everything?
Just charge and
Okay.
see who
Yeah, you know
ends
what?
up in my way.
And you know what? I'll follow because the Triceratops like to kind of travel together. So we'll just run two freaking Triceratops at them before we head up to the cave.
All right, cool.
Stomp everything into a red goo.
Yeah,
I love this.
This is gonna get ugly. Oh yeah.
And just play
All right.
dumb, like as you're killing lizard folk. Like, oops, I can't control it. What's going on?
Well, actually,
I didn't know what I was doing.
Funny you say that. So as you both jump upon these things, despite how it looked as you were climbing aboard, Daffy, Vogor looks up. He's, no, don't. This isn't what. And I'd like you both to make an attack roll. Just roll a d20 for me. Let's see who you kill.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, where's my D20? This D20, D12, D20. Here we go. Oh damn.
So it's like a 10.
All right. So you get a 10 and a 7. So actually, unfortunately, neither one of you guys are able to hit anybody. You both are maybe just getting your bearings on this thing, but the Doles dive out of the way, and so does Vogor. Vogor is actually on the other side of this fence now between the spikes and you, so it's unlikely that you're going to hit him. However, the Gnolls are still kind of primed, and they're in the area. There's another lizard folk here that is... basically everybody's available to you except for Vogor, and they are kind of running away from you at this point. So, you're now aboard a couple of Triceratops. Excellent. Knobolas, follow that.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So for the sake of this, Knobolas, at this point, Mixweta will follow your commands. If there's something you want her to do, she will follow you blindly because she's terrified of Ripper. But she, for some reason, has latched onto you.
All right. Well, I see all of the chaos going on around me, like Triceratops running around, arrows going. I think what I want to do is I'm going to reach out and I'm going to hold on to Mixweta, and her and I are going to use invisibility, and we're going to go invisible.
Okay, excellent. So Mixweta doesn't quite understand what's going on. Like she doesn't. She just knows that you disappeared, and she's like where did you go? Where did you go?
No, but I'm holding on to her. She's going with me. I'm level 3, so I can bring her with me.
That's fine. She can feel you, but she doesn't see you. She's like confused.
Crap. I should have told her. Okay.
So
Okay, well,
I mean, you feel free to tell her if you want, but what are you doing with you other than just being invisible? What would you like to do?
I'll just say like, Mixweta, don't worry. Like they can't see us. I'm right beside you, and I'm gonna tell her. I want us to go. Kind of seek cover a bit because like I don't want to get rid of her by Triceratops, especially because they can't see me. So I'm looking around the map. Since turning invisible, I realized my map got darker, so I can't fully see.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I actually did that. That was my mistake. There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I actually made you invisible, but that just hides your your NPC. All right, go ahead.
So I'd like to kind of hug this back wall and kind of make my way to the cave, but I'm gonna go like back towards like where this rock like. I'll tell her like run towards that rock south of us or whatever, and we're just gonna run over here just to take cover for a bit.
Okay, cool. All right, so she'll follow you. So you guys are hiding behind the same rock that everybody else has been hiding behind. Perfect. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it for now. I want to talk more to Mixweta, but I'll wait till maybe her turn.
All right. Up next is the Vrock. So the Vrock is going to dive bomb down towards Shaskis, and it is going to use its Stunning Screech. So its Stunning Screech makes a, let's see, it needs to make, they need to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. Otherwise, they're going to be running away. Or, sorry, stunned, not running away. All right, so Shaskis is good. She shrugs it off. And then I'll just roll this one to represent both of the other two. A 13. So,
Oh. So we could hopefully all be as lucky as Shaskis.
Right. So these other two are stunned. So they are currently carrying these eggs, but they are just stuck. They're not moving, and they're just ready to be eaten. I suspect. All right. So the Vrock will land next to these two. All right. They're gonna have a bad next round. Agnomeio, you're up.
Aha! It is time to have my vengeance.
Oh God.
I would like to stab Kudo again,
Okay.
as I do.
He wants to kill the shit out of Kudo.
I know. I love it.
All right. That'll be a 17 to attack.
Okay. That will hit.
11 damage.
Okay, 11 damage will not kill him, but he is very, very hurt.
Well, let's do it again.
Excellent. All right, Kuto is looking up at you. He's, why? Why do you attack me? Go for it.
You have made an enemy of the gnomes, my friend.
I want you to...
Oh, 12.
12 will hit.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
I didn't think that was going to happen with a 5 that you rolled. And
Yeah.
Kuto, so tell me how you tell me what happens here. You killed him. Tell me what happens.
I want to do like Yoshimitsu and Tekken, and like spin around and just stab him like that, and then I'll lean over and and that's what I'll say. You have made an enemy of the gnomes, my friend, and pull it out.
Excellent. Awesome. All right, so as he falls to the ground, you stab him with your rapier, and as he hits the ground and you see his blood drenching the soil, the ground around him starts to glow purple. Would you like to stand where you are or move away?
you know what? I'm gonna move away. You know what? I do not need to be here
All right.
for any glowing purple stuff.
That's
Excellent.
That's
Good time to
That's a
skedaddle.
bit of a leading question, but that's fair. I think I would react the same way. So the ground glows purple, and a portal opens beneath him, and you see these shadowy hands reach up and just surround his entire body as you hear, Kuto, come to me. And Kuto is pulled slowly beneath the ground and disappears.
Oh my god, it's like that scene in Ghost.
I was just Ghost. It's like, is that too outdated of a reference?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
Not for Jason, okay.
Oh my god.
So now this portal at the moment is still open on the battlefield, but we'll see what happens. So Agnomeio, I believe that's the end of your turn.
Yes, that is it.
Excellent. Mixshweta is up. She's going to hang with you, Knobolas. And next up is the gnolls in the bottom left. All right, so they are currently dealing with some Triceratops that are attacking them. So one of them is actually going to, let's see, he's going to charge at the Triceratops that you are on, Alessio. Let's make a quick dexterity check to see if he can get up on top of this thing. Yes, he can. So he is going to get up on top of the Triceratops with you, Alessio, and he is going to make a battle axe attack against you.
So this dude just jumps on the Triceratops and whips out his axe. That's one crafty gnoll.
So, well, not quite, because he didn't hit you. So he ended up rolling a 4, but he misses you with a battle axe and then drops his battle axe and goes in for a bite attack, which he also misses. What a failure. All right.
He's
so,
lost his balance being on top of the
he
Triceratops.
You know what? Actually, I like that. He missed 2 different things, so let's make a saving throw to see if he falls off. Nope, he manages to stay on. So he's still on there with you, Alessio. So for the sake of this, I'm going to just kind of put you guys next to each other here. Okay, up next is the next gnoll that's right next to him. He just saw his buddy do the same thing. However, this guy's quite a bit hurt. So he's going to try to do the same thing to you, Daffy, but he's going to have a bit of a harder dex check here. So let's see. Which he does still make. Okay, so he's going to attack you with his battle axe, Daffy. Same idea. He's going to swing his battle axe at you. That's why it wouldn't let me attack. Okay. There we go. So why didn't that do it? It's not showing me. Whatever. A 10 plus, what is the battle axe's plus? Sorry. No, whatever. Your AC is too high for that anyway. I'm going to make a bite attack against you. Okay, that's going to hit. So let's go ahead and roll damage. So he's going to do 6 damage with a bite attack against you, Daphne. Okay, so
Cool.
these gnolls are both surfing on top of this Triceratops right next to you guys, and I'd like to envision you just kind of like, wrestling. Okay, Talin, you're up.
Okay, so I'm facing off with freaking Ripper. That's awesome. So there's no more running and hiding. I'm pulling out my short sword, and I'm going to try twice with that, and my bonus action will also be for Booker to go after him.
Okay. Are you able to see your
Booker's
character
like
at this
behind
point?
him, I think.
Like, you can see everything?
No, I can't see any of that.
Okay, that's fine. I'll move you next to him.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you go ahead and roll for your attack?
Yes.
And I'll move Booker next to him as well.
Yeah, I'm figuring I'm like in front of him, but Booker's kind of right behind him.
Okay, well then I'll give you advantage on the attack because you're flanking. So Booker
sweet.
wiggles his little
I couldn't
tail
remember
underneath the
flanking
water
was-
and he swims over behind Ripper. He's doing like he's a crocodile, right? Or he's an alligator, so he's able to kind of sneak up behind Ripper and he's going to give you advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so you're swinging your short sword.
Oh, I didn't do it with advantage, but I rolled a
Yep,
18.
you're good. So 24 will hit, so you do 6 points of damage to Ripper. So go ahead and roll Booker's attack.
Okay. So, and that was my one attack, and I think I can attack twice.
Oh, yes, you
And
can.
then
I'm
Booker
sorry.
can
Yep.
attack, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Did I just fix your vision?
How to roll? Oh, possibly. I can't see that.
Okay,
I was just trying to figure out how to roll with advantage. I couldn't remember the thing.
Oh, that's fine.
Of course. Oh well. Let's go for it. Oh. I think.
All right. So you roll for your short sword. At this, you get to roll one more time because you have an advantage.
Okay, yeah. It's not showing me the. Well.
All right, a 14. A 14 will hit. All right, so you do 8 points of damage to Ripper. So as you hit Ripper, he kind of makes this like, instead of just kind of being like, oh, you know, it's almost like an echo, like it's like, oh, like that. It's sounds like there's multiple people being hit all at once. Okay.
Oh.
Anything from Booker?
And then Booker's gonna hopefully bite him in the ass.
Sure. All right.
Does he also get advantage?
He does. Yep.
Yes.
All right. So an 18 to hit, and then remember that you could hold shift in the future to roll with advantage.
That's what I was trying to find real quick.
That's okay. All right. So you do 5 points of damage from Booker. So you run up. What do you have for a weapon? Is short sword?
This is Booker. Well, yeah, I'm
so you
attacking
do,
him from
right?
the front with a short sword.
Yep.
Booker's coming up behind and is chomped into his butt.
Excellent.
Both cheeks, full on, just.
Nice. All right, you now officially have the ire of Ripper. So he was interested in you before. Now he wants you to die. So, all right. Up next is Shaskis. So she's actually going to ignore the other two lizard folk who are stunned. Actually, no, that's not true. She's gonna grab this guy right here by the arm. He's stunned. She's going to try to drag him. So she's going to get half of her movement. And she's going to drag him along with her. However, the Vrock gets an opportunity attack on her. And he's going to attack with his beak. Of course, she has to be closer. Come on. Stop being dumb. It's like, rules are good, but let me just click things. All right. So... Vrock attacks with its beak. Why is it not showing stuff? This is so weird. Okay. So it does 7 points of damage to Shaskis, which is about half of her health hit points. Okay. And then she's continuing to run. All right. Up next is this lizard folk scale shield, who currently has a Triceratops bearing down on him. He is going to step to the side a little bit, and he is going to really not do a whole heck of a lot. I guess he's going to kind of skirt along the side of the Triceratops and try to get over to this knoll that's back here. Can't quite get there yet, but he's on his way. All right, Ripper's up next. So Ripper looks at you, Talin. He goes, he's going to stab you with his spear. So 17 plus stuff is going to probably hit you, right?
That definitely hits, yeah.
All right. I'm not sure why it's not showing the damage, but I'm just going to... All right. So he's going to do 6 points of damage, and then he's going to... Well, you're right next to him anyway, so he's going to make a bite attack against you. He's going to aim right for your neck. 9 plus 5. So 14, does that hit you?
That is my AC, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So he's going to do some damage to you, but also you need to roll a Constitution saving throw to me for me, please.
Okay.
A 4.
A 4.
All right, so a 4 is not going to work. So his bite attack, you're going to take 7 poison damage plus another 4 damage for the bite.
Oh, no.
Risky whiskey. Risky whiskey.
Well, you can do that if you want.
Risky coquito. Risky coquito.
Right? I already finished that.
You don't have to chug the coquito thing, but yeah, toss a whiskey back.
I got a holiday toast. Okay. Ooh, that's delicious.
You know, it's funny. I always drink with you guys on a risky whiskey. It just feels wrong not to. Oh, and she rolled the same thing.
Oh no!
All right. So you're gonna take that 4 damage plus another 7, so 11 total damage. All right, and so that was Ripper's attack. And he is going to just sidestep just a little bit over here. And then he's going to call out to his hunters and say, "Loose!" And I'd like you all to roll a d6. Except, actually, yeah, now you're available, Talon.
That's not good for me.
Basically, you guys don't want to roll a 1. If you roll a 1, you take damage. Okay. They're not very good archers. They're mostly just volleying the whole everything.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So nobody takes damage that round. Excellent. Okay, up next is Alessio. So you are currently riding a Triceratops. You can, I will allow it to be a bonus action for you to direct the Triceratops, but you can also use your action with whatever that comes with.
Okay, let me see. Where are the gnolls here?
And Daffy, you're up next.
The gnolls here. I'm gonna quickly call over to Daffy. Daffy, what do you want to do? Do you want to keep attacking these gnolls, or do you want to ride up and go after Ripper?
You know what? Let's go after Ripper. Forget these guys. They're not worth our time.
Yep. Yeah, I don't want to get wrapped into this whole mess going on down here.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
So you'd like to make your way towards Ripper?
So we ride towards Ripper.
Yeah, but if we can trample over people on the way, that would be ideal. Just nobody in our party.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, actually, yeah, nobody's in your way, unfortunately. Are you both riding the same direction?
Yeah, we got to get Ripper away from Talon.
All right, so that was your bonus action to move. You still are on the back with this gnoll. Same thing with you, Daffy. I'll just kind of do the same thing with you. Anything else, Alessio? What would you like to do? You've got this gnoll in your face.
Oh yeah, you got the one on the Triceratops with you.
Mm-hmm. He's still riding.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's still riding with me. Yeah, so I'm gonna turn around and attack him.
Oh, I forgot to add Yona to the combat. Oh well, she was very stunned this whole time. She was like, "Duh, I don't know what's going on." But she's gonna have some fun in a minute.
I'm going to be like, "Oh, come on, Mr. Gnoll. You think you're gonna hit me on my Triceratops? Here we go. Here comes the rapier. Here we go."
Oh, Nettie.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
Excellent. So go ahead and roll for damage.
That's a D. What's the one for damage?
So you should be able to just click on damage on your weapon, and then select critical hit.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, damage. Got a critical.
You'll also
hit.
be able to do sneak attack because you. Well, actually, no, you don't have advantage on it. Sorry. All right, so you do 13 points of damage to it. Excellent. All right, that knocks him more than half of his health. He's bloodied at the moment. All right.
He's still on the Triceratops though.
He is. Yeah. Actually, you know what? That was a hell of a hit. Let me make him roll a dex save.
That's right. Knock his ass off.
Yeah, he's still on. So you stabbed him with your rapier? Is that what you did?
Yes.
All right, so he did that kick-ass thing where you stabbed him through the gut, and he just kind of grabbed your shoulder and he pulled it closer into him. And now he's right in your face. He's growling. He's drooling.
Oh, Mr. Badass Knoll. Okay. Oh, come on, Mr. Knoll. Try it again. Here we go.
Mr. Knoll. Is this your welcome back Cotter era?
I was gonna say this. Hey, Mr. Cotter.
Yeah, this is like it's went from like Greece into like Welcome Back Cotter now. Here we go. Yeah.
Sandy.
oh, Sandy, get this Knoll off my ass.
All right, what are we doing?
Hey, Daphne, you're up next.
Well, you have 2 attacks, don't you? You probably have 2 attacks.
I give you another attack on him?
I think so. I'm pretty sure you have 2 attacks on your turn.
Oh, that's right, because I'm a lizard man now.
Well, no, because you're like level 6 or whatever.
Yeah, let me see here. I'll stay with the rapier since I did it so well before. Make another attack here.
Okay.
Attack. Normal.
18 will hit. Oh, 14 will hit. Sorry. Oh, no. Sorry. You rolled a 14? So that will not hit. So this guy has his shield and he kind of deflects your. Actually, no, I don't even know how to. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. You try to take the rapier back to make another slice, but he just keeps it in his guts, and you're not able to actually get your second attack off. Awesome. All right, Daffy, you're up.
Looks like we're not going to the drive-in tonight, Sandy.
The Triceratops drive-in.
Yeah, Triceratops drive-in.
It's like the Flintstones. Yeah.
Flintstones, yeah.
All right, Daffy, what are you doing to this gnoll? This gnoll that's in front of you, he's looking pretty hurt. He's about half gone. Again,
Is he on the Triceratops with me?
He's on a Triceratops with you, and he also has some of your skin hanging from his mouth.
Ew. Well, with the power of
Christ.
my mighty boot, can I just kick him real hard off Triceratops?
Absolutely, you can. Go ahead and make your unarmed attack. I'll give you advantage on this one because he's you're on a Triceratops. He doesn't have the best, he's standing on it. So.
Wow, we haven't seen Das Boot in a while. I'm excited.
I know, it's been a little bit.
Well, it's time.
All right, 22 will definitely hit. All right, so you kick him. Go ahead and roll damage. I think a Triceratops is 10 feet tall. We'll make him roll. All right, so 5 damage there, and he's also going to. I'm going to roll 1d6. He's going to take an additional point of damage from the fall damage, and he is currently prone off of the Triceratops. All right, excellent.
Yeah, he is.
Cool. All right, anything else? You kind of did your movement with the Triceratops at the same time as Alessio, so.
Right.
All right, so
Yep. I'm good.
Awesome. All right, so Vogor, he sees the Triceratops kind of running. What the hell would he even do? I think he's just super confused, but he's currently being attacked by any gnolls. I think he's gonna probably run up and try to help out with the eggs. So he's gonna go over here. What's he got on him? Actually, he's just got a bite attack. He's not equipped at all, so he can't do much of anything at the moment. All right, Knobolas, you and McShweta.
All right, I think the best thing for us to do is to just run towards the action because I feel like we hid behind this rock and I realized we're missing all the fun. So I think we're gonna head that way. I don't want to do anything that would get us out of invisibility in case it comes into handy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we just like to dash towards. I don't know where the action is happening.
Okay.
So.
Well, I think you would. So from your vantage point, what you see right now is 2 giant Triceratops, one with Alessio, one with Daffy on top of them. You see a gnoll fly off from the kick of Daffy, landing on the ground. You see Alessio in a mortal combat with this gnoll, his rapier sticking out of his back. I think that's about what you see.
Okay, but
you saw what happened to Kuto.
Okay. Do I see anything with Talon, with? I
don't think so. It's pretty far away.
Okay, that's where.
And there's really no light over there. You know what? Make a perception check for me because there is a fire right behind her. Let's see if you can see anything.
All right.
Okay, so you did not see anything. Maybe you were getting invisible at the time when the javelin flew past her.
Okay, well, either way, I still want to run, to be a little more central. So I'm going to dash. How far can I dash? I haven't done that yet. So
you could do double your running speed. So you could do 60 feet if you need to.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to do 60. I'm going to go, over here, just so I'm a little more that way. And I'll tell McShweta to run towards the fire in the top right so she knows where to go to.
Okay, so she's going to go that way too?
All right. That's it for now. I'm just gonna kind of just get my bearings over there.
All right. So as you approach over to that side, you notice that there's an additional. Actually, we hadn't really been dealing with them too much because they've mostly been blocking the escape route. But there are 2 gnolls and 2 hyenas over to the east that are also in this fight.
No, of course there are.
Of course there are. Okay. So up next is the Vrock, who is going to start feasting on this lizard folk here. He's going to make a beak and talon attack against him. A 1 was not hit. Oh, actually, it gets advantage on it because he's stunned. So let's see. Okay, So he hits with his talon, but still does not hit with his beak. So he's going to do a damage roll here. 7. So he's going to do 7 points of damage to this lizard folk here, who's holding a bunch of eggs. And in his stunned state, the Vrock eating him and such, he is going to drop these eggs. So we'll see if that matters. All right, up next is Agnomeio.
Aha! Well, first of all, I'm very proud of myself. I've never killed a man so hard he was dragged to hell before. I assume that's what happened because I'm pretty great. Anyway, I won't question it. I will go and help my companion, Talin, because you do not mess with my fellow tiny beings. You are a mangy cur, Mr. Repair. It's time to stabby.
All right, you'll get advantage
Small
on this
folk,
because
let's stick together.
yeah, you'll have advantage because it's flanked. Because Ripper is flanked.
First one, a 21.
21 will hit
Ooh, 13 damage.
for 13 damage.
I would like to also expend one of my superiority dice and to use disarming attack.
Okay.
He'll have to do a strength 15 saving throw or lose his weapon.
Excellent. I love it. All right, so he's doing that right now, and he rolled an 8. All right, so Ripper drops his javelin, or his spear. However, it's tied to his wrist. It's not in his hand, but it's tied to his wrist.
Okay, well, that's okay.
Yeah?
It's better than nothing. And then I would like to attack him again.
Okay. All right, go for it.
24.
24 to hit. That hits.
And, only 7 damage.
A 7 damage. Okay. So you smack Ripper, you hit him in the wrist, and he drops his javelin. You then proceed to stab him with the rapier and do some damage to him. So he again.
I'm going to taunt him. I'm going to say, "Oh, look at you, Butterfingers."
You're gonna pay for that. All right. Anything else?
No, that will be my turn.
All right. So McShweta is gonna be with you, Knobolas, and she's gonna actually she took her turn along with you. So up next is Yona. Yona. I can't even say her name without hearing you. It's so freaking funny. All right. So Yona is going to yell out to the lizard folk, and she's going to say, "Everybody, get the eggs! Get in the cave!" And she is going to actually, these people are kind of one track mind. She's going to make a break over for the eggs. And up next is a hyena who is going to enter the fray. Can't see you. Actually, can you double check the spell Invisible, Knobolas? I'm pretty sure it doesn't stop something from smelling you.
Let me check.
All right. While you're doing that, I'm going to assume it can't, and I'm going to see if it can make it to you. Why isn't that?
It doesn't say specifically.
It doesn't. Okay. Well, I think it stands to reason Invisible would still have a smell.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, because I think a scent particle would still be a thing. So
First
it's gonna
of all,
get.
It smells me. You say it smells McShweta.
I was just about to say it smells McShweta, and
Okay.
it's going to charge over to her. I'm going to give it a perception check. If it passes a 10, then it's going to, which it does actually have a good perception here, an 8. So it smells McShweta, and it looks around and it makes a bite attack, but it actually doesn't hit her at all. All right. So up next is the next hyena.
Pee on her?
Up next is the next hyena who's going to come charging into the fray as well. I think if I hit space it does it, but whatever. All right. And we're going to give the same kind of situation to this. It's going to do a perception attack check, which is over 10. So it's going to make a bite attack at McShweta, and it still has to hit. It just knows where to aim, which it does hit.
Damn.
It's going to do 5 points of damage to McShweta. All right. So
As far as I
McShweta,
know, that doesn't knock her out of invisibility. It's only when she attacks, right?
I'm pretty sure it does.
Okay, I'll double check. We'll see if I can find
Double check for me, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it does.
I'm also picturing this as like the first one peed on her, and that allowed the second one to be able to see where she was, and it was able to.
I think that's reasonable. All right, so the knoll here is going to charge over towards Ripper, using its dash action to get here, right below you, Agnomeio. It's not going to be able to take an attack on this turn, but the other knoll is going to charge over towards McShweta and make another is that too far? Hold on, sorry. Nope. Yeah, that's one too far. But I think it has a spear. No, it does not. Okay, so it can't quite hit McShweta, but they will definitely be engaging in the next round. All right, up next is the knoll that is on the back of Alessio's Triceratops, which currently has a rapier through its chest, but is going to make an attack towards Alessio.
Shouldn't that be a disadvantage if he has a freaking rapier in his chest? Probably not, right?
Well, you know what? Actually, it dropped its battle axe a while ago, so actually I'm going to remove that from its inventory, and it's going to make a bite attack at you. So I would say probably not, because it's just still going to bite you. And that is a 10 plus 5, so 15 to hit? No, sorry, 10 plus 4, plus 4.
My thing is 14, yeah.
Okay, so it's going to hit you. So it's going to do 3 points of damage to you. All right, so in its death throes, it just kind of lashes out and it bites you. Okay, and that's the end of its turn. Talin, what are you doing? You are currently actually no, you're just in its face. It had dropped its javelin, and yeah, so Ripper currently is unarmed from its javelin. Yeah, so you're good to go. What would you like to do?
Okay. So I still have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and attack him with the short sword.
Okay.
And I'll be doing both attacks with that. And
Okay.
then Booker is going to try and bite the rope off. He gets advantage, right?
Sure. Yeah, I like that. Let's do that. Okay. So I'm sorry. What did you roll with the short sword? I'm not sure why it's not showing that stuff.
I think
Yeah.
you got a crit.
You got a crit?
to me.
Awesome.
It's
Did
not
you- did she
showing it
actually?
for me.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. I
Okay,
wouldn't,
that's fine.
No, she got a 20. I'm not just.
That's fine. I just
Yeah,
what's your
the
oh
dice
totally a
would
crit.
die and
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I was just waiting for it to come up on the thing.
That's
I
fine.
was gonna do both actions with it anyways.
Okay.
I don't know why it's not.
All right. So you got a
showing.
crit. So go ahead and roll critical damage towards Ripper with your short sword.
Critical damage.
Aw. So you do 4 points
How do
of
you make it
damage.
critical though?
Oh, did you not click critical?
It doesn't have.
It should have. When you click damage, it should say critical.
It just immediately.
All right. We'll
rolls
just
when I
double it.
click
We'll do 8 points of damage. All right.
Okay, cool.
Cool. All right, so you do 8 points of damage towards Ripper, who is now currently looking a little haggard. He's still pretty good, but he's not liking being alone down here. Okay. Anything else, Talon?
So that was with one short sword.
Correct. Yep.
Like with one of my main actions.
Mhm.
Booker was my bonus action, so I also have a second attack.
So you're gonna make a. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the short sword is kind of hit or miss, and just to
Mm-hmm.
change it up a bit, I'm gonna use my bracer of flying daggers, even though he's right in front of me.
So you'll have disadvantage because he's right next to you. Ranged attacks have
Oh, really?
disadvantage if they're right next to you.
How do you tell if it's right? Okay. Then I'll just do short sword
Okay.
again. So, maybe it's because I'm trying to do the whole. Okay, I got a.
No, I
19
think one
plus
of my
3
mods
is
is screwing up because I saw this at the 19
Yeah.
plus whatever, so that'll hit.
Yeah. Okay. And the damage isn't gonna let me click.
Okay. Another 4 damage. So
There we go. Yeah.
cool. All right. Excellent. Can you make a bite attack for Booker? Because you had mentioned that you wanted to try to bite
Yeah.
through the
So
rope.
he is going to do that.
This is going to be a pretty high DC.
It's a pretty good roll.
Yeah. What is his bite attack?
So 17 plus.
Plus 3. Yeah, that's
2.
going to be enough. All right. So, oh man, you took away my fun toy. All right. So Booker jumps out of the water and he bites through the rope, and you see Ripper looks down at the rope as it drops down into the ground. He is no longer attached to his spear. Oh,
Look at that teamwork. Look
I'm
at
so
that
sad.
teamwork.
I'm so sad right now.
I'm feeling inspired because Agnomeio has come and been, to help out his fellow small folk.
Mhm.
So I'm also gonna taunt him, be like, "You dropped your little toy,"
Oh,
right before he kills me. So
He's not super happy right now.
I had
And
to get it in real quick.
Always the goal. All right, so Noel. Up next is the Noel that is on with Daffy. So actually no, he's prone on the ground. He's going to use half of his movement to stand up. So he's no longer prone. And he is going to, what can he even do? Short of like charging at you, Daffy, and trying to get back up, I don't think he's going to do that, to be honest. I think he's actually going to change gears and he's going to charge towards this lizard scale over here because he's just kind of hungry. Gnolls are not very smart. He's going to make a battle axe attack, which will definitely hit. He's going to do damage. 5 damage to the scale shield. So the scale shield puts up his shield, but the Gnoll kind of splinters it almost in two. Okay. Up next is Shaskis. Shaskis, again, is dragging the lizard folk guy here, who was stunned and is no longer stunned. She was able to kind of clear that. And the two of them are going to run towards the... they're actually going to dive into the water, and they're going to swim towards the cave. They almost get there, but not quite. All right, up next is the scale shield, so I'm not going to bother with him. He's going to be engaged with that Gnoll. We'll do the rule I mentioned about rolling later. So up next is Ripper. Talin, you're asking for it. I'm sorry. However, Ripper does not want to die. And he is hurt, and he's surrounded. Ripper is going to jump. He has a special ability that allows him to jump, and he's going to attempt to jump back. Actually, he's not going to attempt. He is going to jump back up onto the top of this cliff here, along with his hunters. You do get an opportunity attack at disadvantage, both you and Agnomeio.
All right.
Okay.
This will use your reaction, so just keep that in mind.
Well, I don't think I'm hitting.
A 10 will not hit.
Curses! Curse your strong legs, Mr. Ripper.
All right, Talon,
What is it?
short sword,
Yeah,
just
I was
attack.
just-
Yep.
Yeah, I was finding that.
Okay. Did it work? Oh, it looks like you just showed info. Click attack.
Yeah, it said that he was too far away for me. To
Oh,
have an
okay.
attack.
I'm sorry.
I
I'll
had a
remove that
target.
rule later. All right, go ahead and do it one more time.
Okay.
So this is at disadvantage, so that will not hit. Okay, so he's able to jump up onto the cave, or on top of the cave. He pushes the Gnoll hunter and grabs his bow from him, and then is going to make a bow attack against you, Talin.
How many axes does he have?
Many. All right. So actually, that guy is no longer in
At
the
least 2.
right.
Jumped up there, grabbed somebody else's.
Oh my
thing,
gosh.
Push that guy,
Bow.
and he's
Let's
gonna
just-
shoot at me
He sure is.
accurately. No way.
We'll see what happens. It's the good thing about NPCs. They can kind of just, they have to follow rules, but they get fun stuff. Okay, but so do you. All right, so he is going to roll over 16, which I believe is going to hit you.
Yeah, that hits. Yep.
And he is going to do 9 points of damage.
I am unconscious.
You are unconscious.
No.
Oh god.
Okay. Ripper.
I came in here like half injured already, so.
I told you you'd pay.
All right, excellent. Alessio, you're up. And Daffy,
All right.
you're on deck. I know that you need to drop, but yep.
Well, I mean, I'm going right at Ripper.
So Ripper's up
He
on
is
top of the
cliff
cave,
now.
but he is still in that general direction.
Is there anyone else around Talon? I can't see anything, so I don't know what happened
Sure.
there.
So there is a Gnoll right behind Agnomeio.
Okay.
And then there are 2 lizard folk just to the north of Agnomeio that are in the water.
But the lizard folk would be going after.
There's also a number of gnolls and hyena that are attacking Knobolas, or McShweta down to the bottom right. You would have seen McShweta just kind of apparate from nothing. So you could either go for this gnoll or go to save McShweta.
Oh, jeez. Agnomeio, you're up there. You're up there by Talon, right?
Yeah. Do not worry, my brother in Rapier. I will protect her.
Alessio, why don't you try to go after Talon and Agnomeio, and then maybe I can help McShweta and Knobolas.
All right, let's do that. We're going to have to split up. All right. I'm going towards that knoll behind Agnomeio.
Excellent. Okay. So you're going to make a kind of a charge with the Triceratops. The gnoll's going to make a saving throw, dexterity saving throw. Does not make this one because at this point its back is turned to you, so the DC was a little higher. So the Triceratops has a gore attack, which is going to make it doesn't need to roll for it actually. Well, the 13 would hit anyway. It's going to do 21 damage to this gnoll, which is going to kill it outright. So this Triceratops, along with you and the gnoll that are currently on its back, runs up and gores this gnoll from behind and immediately just ends its life. This thing is hanging by its horn.
Oh.
What are you doing on the back of this Triceratops with this gnoll that's still in your face? Recently bit you.
Yeah, recently bit me, the bastard. I'm gonna take out my dagger.
Okay.
Use a little bit of use a different stabbing tool and go with that. Attack him. Oh my god. Risky whiskey.
Nice. Risky whiskey.
Let's try this again. Alessio.
Yeah.
That's a good risky whiskey. All right, 25 will definitely hit. Go for it. 7. 7 is almost enough. So you let go of your rapier and let it just float in his chest. You whip out your dagger and stab him, and he is bleeding out, and he's going to make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage to fall off the Triceratops. A natural 1. So he's going to fall.
Ones.
Yeah, he's going to fall off. I'm going to roll a 1d6, and hopefully he rolls a 2 or more. Yep. So all right, he falls off the Triceratops. He takes enough damage from the fall to die. So he falls to the ground dead. You are still on top of the Triceratops,
now you look like a salami sandwich.
Here's the thing, Alessio.
That is your rapier.
Yep, he's got your rapier in his chest.
Son of a bitch.
All right.
Motherfucker stole my rapier.
So I'll ask you this, Alessio. Are you going to stay on top of the Triceratops, or are you going to jump off? Because all you have left is your movement.
Man. Well, I feel like since man. Yeah, I'm gonna jump off because since Ripper is on top of the cave, kind of charging at him with a Triceratops isn't gonna do anything.
Okay.
So I'm gonna jump off and get my rapier, and then see what Daffy does going after the other group, and I can help out in either direction.
All right.
Turning the Triceratops away from continuing on at. Maybe
You're dead.
Almost dead person.
You're dead, and he didn't say anything.
Wonder.
Okay, Daffy, you're up. So you're able to get your rapier back, no problem. All right.
So with my turn, I think I just want to get out of dodge and try to swoop up Knobolas and McShweta if I can.
Okay.
So can I dash my Triceratops over to them?
Sure. So real quick, you can't see Knobolas. I would imagine you might make a guess that McShweta's near him, but it would be a total guess. With a dash, you would be able to. So his movement is 50 feet on the Triceratops. So you would definitely be able to get over there. Tell me what you want to do, and let's see if we can make it work.
I just want to try to pick them up and get them on the Triceratops, or just I don't know. I'm trying to save them from any other potential harm so that we can get out of there more quickly.
Okay. All right. So what I would suggest, and then you can just tell me if you want to do something different, is charge towards them. Maybe potentially yell out to McShweta and see what happens.
That's absolutely what I want to do.
Oh my
Okay.
god, Knobolas wants to move out of the way.
right.
Oh shit.
So, Knobolas, how aware of the battle around you are you? Do you think that you would see a Triceratops or feel it coming up behind you in enough time to react to it?
I think I'm in this moment. I was about to like help out McShweta now that she's visible, but like I think, you know, as I'm preparing to charge up my pew pews, I think I would feel the ground shaking towards me.
Okay, so let's do this. You've got 2 hyenas and a knoll in your face, and you're concentrating on McShweta. Let's make a perception check. Roll above an 8, and I'll say that you feel the Triceratops coming in enough time to react to it.
All right, let's see.
6.
Hold on, I have a risky whiskey.
Risky whiskey, go for it.
Risky.
Bone.
I
let's
kind of
try it
wanted to impale you. Or more, it'd probably be a trample, actually, because it
I
wouldn't
was
seem...
actually going to say, you know, Knobolas might enjoy that a bit. Anyways.
All right, a 20 is much better. Excellent. We've gotten some good
We'll
risky
get to find
whiskeys.
out.
All right, so Daffy and the Triceratops come charging towards you, Knobolas, yelling. So the Triceratops kind of charges through where Kuto was. The purple glow has just gone back into the ground. It's what's the word? Dissipated. You are yelling out to McShweta, and she is looking up at you. Let's try to do something here. Let's do Knobolas. Are you going to try to get on the Triceratops or just get out of the way?
I'll try to get on it. Why not?
Okay. So you will be able to maintain your invisibility if you're able to do this. Either way, you'll maintain it. It's just whether Daffy will know that you're there or not. Make a dexterity check for me. Just ability check. And Daffy, can you make a... Actually, I rolled something for McShweta, but you're yelling to McShweta. She's looking for you. Daffy, can you make a strength check for me? You're going to reach down and try to grab McShweta. Knobolas, you rolled a 17. That will be high enough, and I'll say that you're able to get up on top of the Triceratops as well.
Okay.
Daffy, you flex your muscles. You reach down, you grab McShweta by her stinky, hairy arm, and you pull her up on top of the Triceratops. You feel this ghostly figure between both you and McShweta, and it seems like there's a body-sized space in between you that has volume to it. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah, right. It has volume to it.
All right. So Daffy, I know you need to drop. I'll take care of you. But thank you. We'll talk soon. All right.
Bye.
So up next is Vogor, who is running up on the Vrock at the moment, and he's just going to try to help out his brother, and he's going to make a bite attack against the against the Vrock, which is probably the dumbest thing he could do. But, you know, he's a stupid lizard. All right, so he is going to get a 13 to hit, which will not hit. So, yeah, the Vrock's busy feasting, and Vrogor is disgusted at the moment. Knobolas, you are in between Daffy and McShweta. What are you going to do?
Well, I mean, I still, like, was planning to attack. So, you know what? I'm gonna. I don't know if I would have an advantage now that I'm on a Triceratops. I'm not really hidden anymore, but
So you are still invisible. But the hyenas and the gnoll are definitely looking at this giant beast. I would say that you probably wouldn't get an advantage shooting at them because they're still looking at it.
Okay. You know what? I would like to just go ahead and attack. I'll just use my Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna do one of each of the hyenas.
Okay.
So yeah.
Go for it.
So. Aw.
All right, an 11.
Does it hit?
An 11 will hit the hyena.
Okay.
Surprisingly, it's exact high AC, and it will kill it outright.
Nice.
Zap.
Let's go for the other one.
A 27 will definitely hit, and a 6 will also kill it. Zap,
Okay,
zap.
okay.
You pew pew, and both of the hyenas drop to the ground. McShweta looks at you very proudly. She's happy for you. She looks at you. Boy, you're very strong. All right.
It's your fault we got caught, but whatever. I won't
So-
listen to her. I'm gonna get caught.
All right. Anything else, Knobolas?
No, that's it. I'm good now. I'm visible, I assume so.
All right. At this point, the Vrock, having taken a big old chunk out of this lizard person, he is going to, let's see if he recharges his. So let me do that. Okay. Oh, because it's charged. He is going to actually use an attack. Hold on. He's going to use some spores. So a whole bunch of spores are going to kind of fly out of his disgusting bird body. And several of these creatures are going to have to make a Constitution saving throw, which I'll take care of. But they will become poisoned if they fail. All right. So up next is somebody else. Agnomeio.
Aha. Well, I would like to get my dear friend Talin to safety. So I would like to try to scoop her up and run with her into the cave.
Okay. So let's see what happens. So you, wow, everybody save from the Constitution saving throw. All right, so you pick up Talin and you go to run into the cave. Actually, there's nobody between you and the cave, at least, that has a ability to make a change at the moment. So you're totally able to run into the cave.
All right. Now, would I also be able to do a medicine check while I'm in there, or was grabbing her my action?
What are you trying to do? Stabilize. So you're able to actually your movement's only 25 feet actually, because you're no, it's 30 because you're a lizard folk. It's fine. But just dragging her, you're only just barely able to make it into the cave. I don't think you'll be able to have an action to stabilize her this turn.
Okay, no worries.
Okay.
But we are in the cave.
Excellent. So you guys are both in the cave, and Booker's going to follow you. So I'll cool. You're kind of out of combat at the moment. McShweta is up. So McShweta is she's going to look to you, Knobolas. What do you want her to do?
I mean, I don't want her to get off the... She can't do anything from up here, right? Like, I mean, she can't
No,
bite.
she's just got like a bite attack, yeah.
I got nothing. Just...
Okay. So she's just gonna keep holding your hand.
Okay.
Yona is up. Yona is like, what the fuck is happening? Man, it's been forever since it was her turn. She is going to... She's going to cast Fog Cloud. And she is going to do it right where the Vrock is here, hoping to obscure whatever it's trying to do. And she's going to yell to the lizard folk to get into the cave. And she's going to follow kind of her own advice and start running for the cave. Okay. Up next is the knoll just down to the south of you. It's going to get distracted and go over to this lizard folk and start attacking that. I'll deal with that in the off minute. Talin, please make a death saving throw for me. So if you hover over where your bubble is red,
Yeah. Okay.
it's going to do 7 damage to that.
There it goes.
Ooh. All right, a 4.
Uh-oh.
So you fail your
4.
first death saving throw.
You get 3?
You get 3.
Okay.
All
Booker
right.
is freaking out and just like going in circles around me and ignoring
Oh, poor baby.
All right, up next is one of the gnolls. He is going to... Let's actually just let's resolve this whole thing. So we've got... roll 2 d20s. Let's see which one of these two dies. The first one is the lizard. So the gnoll ends up dying, which fits. Okay, so one of the lizard guys is still alive. Up next is Shaskis, who also runs into the cave along with the commoner. So she is now currently out of combat. The scale shield is going to start running for the cave as well. Ripper is up next, and seeing what's going on here, he is going to... Actually, he's still here. He's going to tell everybody to fire one more time. So Agnomeio and Talin and Booker can ignore this, but the rest of you need to make a D6 roll for me, please. And I'll roll for Daffy. Okay, she rolled a 6. She's fine. 4. So Knobolas, you need to roll. And McShweta as well.
Oops, sorry. Was that something for Knobolas? Sorry.
Yep. Just roll a d6, please.
Okay. Sorry. Took a potty
That's
break.
That's fine. Oh, sorry. I didn't even notice you were gone. All right. While you're doing that, Alessio, you're up next.
All right.
You're good.
Oh my god, there's a lot going on.
Sure is.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
There's freaking guys and triceratops.
All right. So you have jumped off of the triceratops. You've retrieved your rapier. You're on the ground.
My rapier.
Currently next to you is Daffy, Knobolas, you don't see Knobolas. Daffy and McShweta are riding on a triceratops. Yona is to your north, and there's one knoll down to your south. Everybody has been running for the cave.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna run up to the cave too.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. I think I have.
Yeah, you'll be able to get there if you sprint or if you dash.
Okay. Yep. Use my dash. Get over here.
All right. So, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Let me see. What's the status of the cave? Are people getting in there?
People are going in there. Yep. The water to get into the cave is about waist deep. So swimming / walking through the water is what people are doing.
Where's Talon?
So Talon is inside the cave with Agnomeio at the moment, and they are out of harm's way, at least direct harm's way. The Vrock and Ripper and the Knoll Hunters are kind of the main enemies at the moment.
Oh, jeez. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I should take a shot at Ripper. You guys think I should take a shot at Ripper?
I mean,
You'd say he's looking somewhat haggard.
Yeah, he's bloodied. He's about half health.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my Javelin of Lightning up at Ripper, and hopefully it hits that Knoll Hunter, too, right next to him.
Sure. He's right on the edge of the cliff, too, so if you manage to hit him, I'll let it hit the knoll that's right next to him. All right, go for it.
All right. Let's try this, guys. Here we go.
get him.
So his AC is 14, unfortunately. So you throw your Javelin of Lightning, and it sails right past him.
Oh,
What's the other Knoll's AC? Does it hit that one?
So it wouldn't hit. It has to hit. Ripper's the only one that's within range. It's more that it would also hit the knoll because he's right next to him. So I forget if the Javelin of Lightning has an ability to recall it, but why don't you read through its description and let me know? Otherwise, you just threw your Javelin away. But let's see.
Oh no! Oh no!
All right, I'm losing all my damn weapons.
Wait, Ripper's is somewhere down on the ground where I went down. If you want to grab his.
Yeah, true.
It's out of lightning, no.
His regular spear.
Yeah.
All right. So, Daffy, anything else, Alessio? All right. While you're doing that, I'll move for.
The javelin turns into a lightning bolt and then returns.
It does say that. Okay, cool.
good.
Still have
Good,
it,
because
yeah.
I just thought of a great nickname for it. You could call it Greased Lightning.
Yes.
Oh, Agnomeio.
You could definitely rename it if you'd like. It has a command word actually, so you could make something like that up. All right.
Greased lightning.
All right, so Daffy, along with Knobolas and McShweta, is going to steer her Triceratops up north. She's going to jump off the back of the Triceratops, and she's going to make her way towards the cave as well. Up next is Vogor, who is currently next to the Vrock. So I'm going to make a couple of rolls here to see who survives the Vrock. So we're going to do roll 4d20. And I'm just kind of making something up. Oh boy, that's really bad.
Oh.
Holy crap. Oh, they all die. Okay, yeah, that's 3 1s and a 6. Wow. Okay, I had it in my head. I was like, they have to roll collectively above a 15 to survive. And so, okay. So 2 lizard folk, Vogor, and the lizard folk commoner who were all, who was stunned, they all die. And this Vrock is just feasting on them. That's really bad.
That is a big, mean birdie.
Yeah, I mean, it's a, yeah. Okay. Knobolas, you and McShweta are next. You're still on the back of the Triceratops, and you are invisible.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna follow the crowd. We're gonna jump off of it and head towards the cave.
Okay, cool. So I'll just kind of drag you up there. So the Vrock is up next. The last thing it's gonna do. So it sees not everybody's been able to make it into the cave yet. The Vrock is going to do one last thing. It has a flying speed of 40. How close can it get? Ooh, it can get right in the fray here. All right, so the Vrock is going to get right next to you, Knobolas.
Great.
Actually, no, because you're invisible. I'd say probably.
No, my invisibility wore off. I used an attack, so I.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I used an attack.
All right, so it's going to make a beak attack.
With it, but I'm like, I got to be honest.
No, honest is always better, because I re-listen to these things. I'll be like, that son of a bitch. All right,
hold a grudge.
So the Vrock attempts to beak you, and it does not hit. It's going to attempt to hit you with its talons, which does hit, and it's going to hit for 12 damage.
All right.
So it swoops down at you with its beak, and it's just pecking at you, misses, and then it grabs you by the talons and shreds your thigh. Okay. Up next is Agnomeio. You are right next to Talon.
Yes, and I will try to do a medicine check.
Sure. Roll above a 10 and you'll stabilize her. Or 10 or above,
maybe.
Sorry.
Ah! Okay, all right.
A 4.
Risky whiskey.
Okay. I like it.
Your true friend.
Good move.
All right, come on, you tiny person. Leave!
Yeah!
19. All right, so you are able to stabilize Talin. She is no longer needing to make death saving throws. She is still unconscious. Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent. So that will be your turn. McShweta heads into the cave. Yona heads into the cave. The Knoll down here, he's in combat. Actually, he's gonna die to these lizard folk here. This is actually interesting for reasons. Okay. Up next is so before Talin, Ripper is actually going to yell, or he's going to sound his war horn, which is actually going to summon a number of additional Knoll who start flooding the camp. Don't worry, you guys aren't going to have to fight them because you're in the camp in the cave already. But we'll figure out what happens with that in next week's episode. And before we end tonight's episode, everybody successfully makes it into the cave, unless you tell me that you'd like to do otherwise. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'd really like to go jump in the Vrock's mouth right now.
Well, you never know. I don't want to take your agency.
If I was still invisible, I would have had other plans, but nah, I scrapped those. As soon as they bit me, I'm like, nope, I'm going for it.
Honestly, I could believe Agnomeio wanted to go jump in his mouth.
There's a little part of me that's just like,
I hear Vrock teeth are really valuable.
I do like stealing teeth.
Yeah.
All right, so what you guys hear as you escape into the cave, you hear a number of gnolls they're making this hyena laugh kind of, and they're attacking what's left of the lizard folk in the camp. You see them smashing the eggs that are left. You see the lizard folk pushing past you into the cave as they start spreading out into the interior. Each one of you pushing past each other into the cave, and you see Yona actually cast a spell to command Earth to seal the cave shut behind you. You see a number of lizard folk racing towards the entrance who are now shut out, and you can only assume the worst. We'll continue this game next week as we enter the lizard folk lair and see what happens next. So, thank you everybody for joining us here tonight. Thank you guys all for playing. This is a long combat, I know, but you all did wonderfully. And I hope you all have a great rest of your night.
That was quite the battle. Thanks, Bill.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, Bill.
No problem. So anybody watching, make sure to check out the description down below. There's all kinds of links, including our Discord, Patreon, and where to follow us on random social media. And we will see you. We'll let you know. I'm not sure if we're playing next week or not. I think we might be, but maybe not. We'll let you know. Look for the stream to go up. If not, we'll see you after the holidays. All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy holidays.